Welcome to the school growth plan presentation. This growth plan primarily focuses on EL students in mathematics. Our Condor vision agreed on by stakeholders a few years ago was state simply that all students will achieve at their highest potential. And our students are achieving at very high levels. Our graduation rates are at 98% for a general student population. Our suspension rates are at 3%. And our college and career indicators are at 65%. And college and career indicator signifies whether students are A through G eligible or if they finished a career technical pathway. Also, our SBAC math scores are at 42%. That means 42% of our students have met or exceeded standards in mathematics. However, our EL students have not succeeded at the same rates. Our graduation rates for EL students are 3% lower than the general population. The suspension rates are slightly higher at 1%. The college and career indicators are down 30%, and the SBAC math met or exceeding expectations is down 30%. So you can see on the right-hand side, that CCI and the SBAC math scores are of big concern. Along the same lines, the path rates for math classes, which is a pretty good indicator of why those CCI and those math scores are low, is that the EL students are not passing Algebra 1, Geometry, or Algebra 2 classes at the same rate as non-EL students. So you can see the Algebra 1 is down 13%, Geometry is actually down 19%, and Algebra at 8%. So we need to do something to first increase these pass rates for Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2, and in turn, that will help the CCI indicators along with the SBAC math scores. In order to do that, we've established some goals. Goal number one, along the lines of planned improvements in equity and access, the goal is that all EL students will attend college and a career information presentation before the end of the first year in high school. Many students had indicated from a survey that they had not been presented this information, and we want to make sure that they are. And we'll be doing that by scheduling presentations for all EL students under the directions of the college and career counselor. And those presentations will be conducted during the school day. So they won't have to be waiting until after school or volunteering to come after school. More or less, we will come to them. Goal number two, in the improvements in school culture and discipline and safety, the plan is to eliminate the suspension rate gap between EL students and that of the general populations. As you saw, that gap rate was low, but we want to eliminate even that because we know the more students are at school, then the more success they will have. So we'll be using peer mentors to help students connect to school, and we'll be advocating for each student to join a club or be involved in extracurricular activities because research has shown that the more involved students are, not only are they suspended at lower rates, but they also have more academic success. Goal number three, in improvements in instruction, professional development. We're going to provide 3 hours a month for professional development for our EL Algebra 1 teachers, focused on supporting the EL students in the classroom. Now, one of the reasons we're going to focus on that Algebra 1 group is we know that if they have more success at that level, that it will lead to more success at the geometry and the Algebra 2 level. We're going to use Title III funds as well as LCAP targeted student funds in order to get that professional development done. And we're going to ensure that time is scheduled and prioritized because there are some very busy schedules, but as we can see, this needs to be one of our priorities. Goal number four, improvements in 21st century learning and technology. Well, we want all EL students to have Wi-Fi access at home and be proficient in the use of Chromebooks. So we surveyed the students, and most of them said they were proficient in Chromebook, but not in the applications needed to utilize that Chromebook that they were using in other classes. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to confirm that all EL students have access to Wi-Fi, and we're going to provide that if access is available, if they need access. Also, we'll be assessing and training students in Chromebook proficiency. First, we'll see what needs they have, and then we'll make sure that they get the training that they need to utilize those Chromebooks, not only in their math classes, but in all their classes. And finally, improvements in student achievement. This is the overarching goal, right? The other four goals kind of lead to this goal because at the end, we want improved student achievement. So we want to close the gap between EL students' pass rates, the A, B, and C grades, and the non-EL student success rates. For Algebra 1, we want to cut that in half to 7%. Ideally, we want to eliminate it altogether, but for now, we're going to cut that by 7%, and then and the way we're going to do that is by providing teachers with focused professional learning opportunities, having teachers visit schools with strong EL math programs. That way, we have good models that we could use, maybe some ideas that we had not thought about. And finally, we're going to schedule time for teachers to meet and plan together so those things they learned they can put into play. We appreciate you viewing this presentation. If you have any questions, please contact me. My email is there.